So, good evening. Nice snowy evening. And so, is anyone here for the first time? Welcome. Hi. So, we in this class on Thursday nights, we are doing meditation. It's a meditation class, and it started about 2 months ago. So, we've been going for 2 months already. Have you done meditation before? So what we usually do is in the first part of the class we we do some meditation on the breath, and then in the second part of the class we do another kind of meditation. So each week a different meditation. Um, I'm going through the book that I wrote called How to Meditate, and it contains lots of different meditations from the Tibetan tradition, particularly the Gelugpa tradition of Tibetan Buddhism. So we're kind of trying a different meditation each week. So tonight it will be a meditation on impermanence, which is a really important topic in Buddhism. So for this first meditation, let's start by sitting comfortably. And whether you're sitting on the floor or you're sitting on a chair, try to sit with your back straight. Keeping the back straight can help the mind to be more clear and focused rather than unclear and foggy and distracted. So if you don't have a problem with your back that prevents you from sitting up straight, try to sit up straight. But that doesn't mean being tight and tense. So at the same time, we should try to be relaxed as much as we can. And before we start the meditation on the breath, I'll guide you through a kind of body scan to go through the body. And if we notice tension anywhere in the body, to consciously release the tension, let go of the tension. So that's a good practice to do before doing meditation, just to make sure that our body and mind are as relaxed as possible. And before we do that, let's take a few moments to generate a positive motivation for what we're doing here tonight. So according to Buddhism, all the things that we do will bring results, consequences. And the kind of results that will occur depend mainly on the motivation that we have for doing them. In other words, why we do the action. What is our intention, our motivation? So if we do things with a good intention, a positive intention, then the results will be positive. But if we do something with a bad intention, negative intention, the results will be negative. So I think we always want good results from the things that we do. So then it's good to try to have a positive intention or motivation. And this is especially true when it comes to something like meditation or other types of spiritual activities. And it's said in Buddhism that the best motivation that we can have is what's called altruism, meaning caring about others and wanting to help others, wanting to avoid harming others as much as we can. So my guess is that that's something that all of you feel comfortable with, otherwise you probably wouldn't be here. So one thing we can do is try to remember a time when we did feel that way, just sort of naturally, spontaneously, where we may have felt, oh, I really want to help others. I want to help the world. I want to try to relieve all the suffering and problems and bad things in the world and try to bring more happiness and good things to others, to the world. So if you can remember feeling that way, having that kind of thought or feeling or wish in your mind, then try to bring that up again in your mind. Remember that thought, that experience, and try to recreate it in your mind. And in case you were not able to do that, another thing we can do is to just say something to ourselves in our mind. For example, just saying something like, may this meditation and whatever else we do here tonight beneficial as much as possible to myself and to others and to the world. So you can use your own words, but just try to say something like that that can help you have a positive and beneficial intention for being here tonight. Okay, so now for the body scan, I'm going to mention different parts of the body, starting from the top of the head and then going down. Then just try your best to focus on the part of the body that I mention. And if you feel tension in that area, see if you can let it go. Let it relax, melt, flow away. And don't worry if you're not able to do that, if you're not able to let go of all the tension. Just do the best you can. So first, feel the top of your head. Relax any tension you may have there. And then feel your forehead. Let your forehead relax. If there's any worry lines, worry wrinkles in your forehead, see if you can let go of those and let your forehead be smooth and relaxed. Then feel your eyes and relax all the muscles around the eyes and behind the eyes. And then relax the rest of your face. There's lots of muscles in our face that we use when we make expressions like smiling. So just let all those muscles relax. Let go of any tension. But some teachers say that when you meditate, you might like to smile a little bit. Having a little bit of a smile in our mouth can help us to feel more relaxed. So you can choose to do that if you wish. Then feel this right side of your head. Relax any tension they may be there. And then do the same with the back of your head. And then the left side of your head. And then go inside of your head. If there's tension, tightness inside your head, see if you can let it go, let it melt and flow away. So try to have the whole of your head, inside and outside, as relaxed and free of tension as possible. And then move your awareness down into your neck and throat. And again, let go of any tension. And then move down into the upper part of your back, the shoulder blades and shoulder muscles. That's a place where we sometimes have tension, especially if you're working at a desk, at a computer, many hours. The tension can build up there. So do your best to let go of, release any tension you may have in your shoulder blades, in your upper back. Then let the awareness continue to move down through your back, relaxing the middle part of your back. And then the lower part of the back. So try to have your whole back as relaxed and free of tension as possible. And again, don't worry if you're not able to let go of all the tension, if there's still some spots of tension here and there. Just accept that and be happy that you are doing the best you can to be free of tension. But it's not always possible to let go of all the tension. Now move your awareness to the front part of your body, starting with your chest. Relax your chest. And that includes inside your chest, your lungs and heart. So So let go of any tightness or tension. Let it melt and flow away. And then continue to move your awareness down through the middle part of your body, through your torso, and relax the diaphragm and all the internal organs in that area. And then the abdominal area. And at this point, you could just take a look at your breathing, how you're breathing. So the ideal way of breathing is a steady and natural rhythm. Breath flowing in and flowing out. And also breathing deeply so that your abdomen is moving in and out a little bit with each breath. But that doesn't mean you should kind of push yourself or force yourself to breathe that way. Just try to relax and let the breathing be deep and let the abdomen move in and out gently with each breath. And relax the pelvic area. Next, we'll relax the legs. First, the right leg. So feel the upper part of the leg, the thigh, and let that relax. And relax your knee. And then the lower part of the right leg. And then the right foot, including the ankle and the toes. So let your whole right leg and right foot be as relaxed and free of tension as possible. And do the same with the left leg. So feel the upper part of the left leg and relax that area. Relax the left knee. And then the lower part of the leg. And then the left foot, including the ankle and toes. So try to have the whole of your left leg as relaxed and free of tension as possible. Finally, there's the arms. So first do the right arm. Feel the upper part of your right arm and relax that. Relax the right elbow. Then the lower part of the right arm. And then the right hand and fingers. Then do the same with the left arm. Relax the upper part of the left arm. And then the lower part of the left arm. And finally the hand and fingers. So we've gone through the whole body now and tried our best to let go of tension and be relaxed. So try to keep your body relaxed for the rest of the time that we're meditating. If it happens that you notice tension popping up in some part of the body, you can just again put your awareness at that place and just consciously let it go, let it melt and flow away. But now we're going to focus on the breath, the breathing. So just let your breath be natural, steady rhythm. Don't try to control or manipulate the breath. Just allow the body to breathe as it normally does. And with your mind or awareness, just in a kind of light, gentle way, just be aware of the breath coming in and going out. And so that's the object of the meditation, the breath. And then whenever you notice the mind doing something else, like thinking about something, about some problem in your life, or making plans for the future, or reliving some past experience, or whatever it is that's not the breath, realize that that's a distraction. And you can just say to yourself, thinking or thought, and then let it go, put it aside, and come back to the breath. And do this in a kind and patient way, not getting upset with yourself, impatient with yourself. Try to maintain an attitude of unconditional friendliness and non-criticalness, non-judgmentalness. Just being very kind, very patient to yourself and to your experiences, whatever pops up in your mind. It's completely normal that thoughts come. We can't stop them, but we can choose to just let them go, put them aside, and come back to the breath. And try to feel that coming back to the breath is like coming home, like a place that's very warm and friendly and comfortable, hugligt. So try to feel good about coming back to the breath, because it actually helps us to be more relaxed in our body and our mind, to just be aware of the breath coming in and going out. You can also think of the breath as being like a friend. The breath is your friend to help you calm down and be more relaxed and be more in the present moment rather than frantically thinking about all kinds of things in the past and the future and other places and so on. So try to have a good feeling about the breath and coming back to the breath, and just keep doing that again and again and again. It's completely okay to come back to the breath again and again and again. In case you feel sleepy and maybe even start falling asleep, uh, a way to remedy that is to open your eyes a little, not to keep them all the way closed. So having the eyes open a little, looking down on the floor in front of you, that allows a little bit of light to come in, and that can help you to stay more awake and alert. Also check your posture and make sure you're sitting up straight. So again, try to keep your mind on the breath as much as you can. Don't worry, don't feel bad if the mind wanders away. That's completely normal. So what we're doing is trying to train our mind to stay focused on just one object, and it needs to learn how to do that. It's not easy. So be patient with yourself, with your mind, and just keep bringing it back to the breath again and again. And thoughts and other experiences that come up in the mind during the meditation, these are temporary, transitory. We don't have to worry about them. They're like clouds going through the sky. Just as clouds come and then pass through the sky and disappear, The same with our thoughts. They come into our mind and they're there for a short time and then they go. We can just ignore them, let them go. They will go by themselves. Just keep coming back to the breath again and again. Do any of you have a question you'd like to ask about the meditation that we just did or any other aspect of meditation? In the Buddhist tradition, one of the reasons or purposes for doing meditation is to be able to get to know our mind better and be able to identify which aspects of our mind, our experience are positive and helpful and beneficial. And these are the aspects of the mind that we want to develop further, we want to increase and have more of, be more familiar with. And then we also need to look out for those aspects of the mind that are disturbing or even negative. Those are the things in the mind that get us into trouble. They're the troublemakers. So we in Buddhism, the idea is to work on decreasing those, making those less and less and less, and eventually stopping them altogether. And sometimes they can be a bit tricky or sneaky, like a thief hiding in the closet or behind the curtains, like there, but we not so obvious. So when we're doing meditation, then it's much easier to see what's going on in our mind rather than during the day when we're busy and our attention is directed outwards and we're involved with people and all kinds of things. So, so when we're very busy, it's easy to miss what's happening in our own mind. So there might be, disturbing thoughts, feelings, emotions there, but we don't notice them. But when we're sitting there with our eyes closed and not talking to people, not involved with the external world, but just paying attention to the internal world, our own mind, then it's easier. This is a better situation in which we can notice, recognize what's going on in our mind, and be able to identify these kind of thieves, these characters, these troublesome characters, mischievous characters in our mind. And so when they do occur, when we do notice them in our mind, there's different things we can do. One is to just give a label the same way we do with our thoughts, So just as when we notice thinking, then we say thinking or thought, and then we just try to leave it aside, let it go. So we can do the same with disturbing emotions. If we notice, for example, anger, or even just a mild form of anger is irritation. For example, if there's noise, people making noise, which often happens, you might find irritation. Why are they making that noise? Why can't they stop? Maybe I should go and tell them to stop, or something like that. So that's irritation or anger. Yeah, noisy neighbors upstairs. um, so what you can do there is to just make a mental label, a mental note, feeling angry or feeling irritated or feeling whatever it is. You can give your own label to it. And then again, like with thoughts, these are just states of mind that are not permanent. They're not solid and permanent and always there, but there are things that come and go. They come and go. So it's a little hard to do this, but it's possible that if you just notice some feeling like that and then just give a label to it and then come back to the breath, then that experience might just pass by itself. Then you don't have to bother with it. You don't have to do anything more than that. But that may not work. It might, or it might come back. It might go and then it comes back again. Okay. So if it doesn't go, if it keeps coming back and you can't just kind of get rid of it and let it go, then you might try some other method. One method is thinking in terms of impermanence, which is actually what we're going to be meditating on in the second part of the session tonight. So this idea of impermanence, it's not really an idea. It's actually the truth, the reality of things. It's how things are. But if you do get a feeling of it, a sense of impermanence, then bringing that into your mind and understanding things in terms of impermanence, for example, reminding yourself that, okay, there's this noise, but it's not going to last